excited. Today we are up at Hyde Park's Winter Wonderland, and oh my god, as you can tell by the view, it's going to be incredible. It's full of love.
Yeah, so welcome to one of the biggest royal parks. This is Hyde Park, and every year around this time it gets taken over for this. Lots and lots of fun, lots and lots of neon, and lots of food. Yes, welcome to Hyde Park and this Winter Wonderland. And how about this for a spectacular entrance, this canopy of lights. Now, Winter Wonderland is open from now until the 2nd of January 2023, and it's open every single day, Monday to Sunday, from 10 AM in the morning to 10 PM at night. But our biggest recommendation would be turn up when we did, which was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Because to get the maximum from the lights and the great atmosphere, you need to be down here in the evening. Right, now you might recognise some of these sort of shops as you go around. And we covered this when we were at Leicester Square. And you see that lucky dip? Yes, we bought one. So if you're going to watch our live stream very shortly, you'll see us open one. And here's Jaden trying on a hat. And then realised the hats were £20 each. So there you go. We didn't get one of those, but he enjoyed trying it on. Now, the fantastic thing about Winter Wonderland is there really is something for everyone. So you've got like arcade games like this, where you're throwing the ball at the tin cans to win a giant teddy. You've got the massive Ferris wheel. By the way, we were going to go on it, but the queue was just so long. We thought, no, forget it. We'll just go round and go and enjoy everything else. Plus, you've also got rides. We're going to show you some of these as we go through the video. And some of the questions you've just got to ask yourself is, why would you put your through some of this torture? And as you can see, you've also got rides for little ones as well. The atmosphere here is absolutely brilliant, and as you can see from the crowds, it's also packed. And there you go, that's just one of the rides. Now that's one of the more gentle rides that you can do, but also from a great height. So if you're scared of heights, that's definitely not one for you. Now, we had to go on quite a few different stalls, and each stall will charge you for having a go for whatever it is you're doing. Now, this one, as you can see Jaden is doing, it's Hook the Present. So you can't fail but win on this one. And then they give you a token and you can choose a little teddy bear as a result. They've all got different prizes, and you'll see later there's some major prizes to be won, and you'll see lots of people carrying those around. And as you can see, as you'd expect, everything's been really festive. So you've got a nice candy cane here, picking up the present. Now, over the years, we've done quite a few Christmas things, and we haven't been here to Winter Wonderland for 3 years. And I forgot how busy it is. When I say busy, it is absolutely mad. But actually, to be quite honest, the crowds add to the atmosphere. Now, as you go around Hyde Park, it's got distinct areas, and we'll cover those off very shortly. But you've also got lots of little shops as well, the sort of Christmas market shops that we've covered already when we went to Leicester Square. Now, a lot of these you'll recognise, yeah? Remember those ones, the Christmas tree hanging ones? Yes, they've got those there as well. And a number of those shops are repeated as you go around. So don't be disappointed when you see the same shop just in a different venue. But also they've got some other ones, and we're going to show you some of the other shops that they have in the particular Christmas market called the Angel Christmas Market, which is near the end of the video, so stay watching for that. Now, I like to have a look and see what they're doing, see what they're selling. It was quite interesting that jewellery seller was quite exclusive, was quite empty, but I love this. I love the colourful ones. And here you've got sort of the Russian dolls, and as you can see, you've got all different sorts of characters on them at the back there. They've also got a lot of the huts and a lot of the different things sort of mixed in together. So here you can buy wood, and then right next door to that you can get your chocolate fountain. Now, you might remember that from Leicester Square, and I can tell you we did try this one out for quality testing purposes, and all of us agreed that the chocolate tasted absolutely amazing. Now, if you're coming up to Winter Wonderland, I really suggest you get your tickets in advance. If you're coming during peak time, it's £7.50 per person. If you're coming through standard time, it's £5 per person. And that's just to get you in the door. Other things that you can book in advance are things like ice skating, some of the rides. You can also get some of the game tokens in advance as well. Also, some of the food and drink places you can book in advance. So if you go to their website, which is hydeparkwinterwonderland.com. It's that simple. If you go there, they'll tell you what the availability is, and there's loads and loads of availability. They'll also tell you when the peak and off-peak times are as well, and they give you loads more information on that website. If exhilarating fairground rides are your thing, they've definitely got you covered. Here you go, a little roller coaster there. Certainly one of the activities that we went on and we booked in advance was this. It's called the Apres Ski House, and it's one of these fun houses where you sort of climb through like Jaden is doing here, and it turns round. You go upstairs, you've got all sorts of runways, all sorts of things like this that you've got to get through, which actually, do you know what, was brilliant. We really enjoyed it. And when we finished it, we looked at it and went, can we do that again? Also, with some of these activities which are high up, you get some fabulous views across the park, and there you go, got some roller coasters over there which we'll show you in a bit more detail a little bit later. Now, under the category of careful what you wish for, I did actually quite clearly say that if you win anything when you're here, you've got to carry it. Unfortunately, yes, Jaden won one of those, and as you can see, it's almost as big as he is, and then had to carry it around the rest of the time. Don't worry, I did help him out every so often, but not too often. As you can see, big toys are definitely the order of the day. Now, this is another great favourite, Jaden here at the water gun. And what you're going to do is get as much water into that small hole there where it says shoot here in the middle, and then your toy above you goes flying up, and it's 15 seats, and the first one to the top wins the prize. And as you can see, Jaden is that soldier that's in the middle there. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he didn't win this one because he'd already won the other prize, and he was almost quite thankful, but he really enjoyed playing the game anyway. So as a disclaimer from right near the start, we're not a roller coaster sort of family, but we did go up to the Apres ski party. That's where we took some pictures from when we were in there, and that is really worth doing with the fun house. If you're coming up here, haven't got children, then you've got the Bavarian Village, which sells lots of alcoholic beverages, plus also snacks and all the rest of it in there as well, so that you might want to head for there. But there's loads of different areas like that, and we'll show you that as you go through. The good thing is, though, they've got them set as distinct areas so they don't cross over. The whole of Winter Wonderland has got a massive cordon around it, so the easiest ways to get here is you can come from Marble Arch Tube Station, which is on the Central Line. That'll take you into the north. That's the golden entrance. That takes you into Hyde Park there. You can also go to Hyde Park Corner, which will bring you in from the southern entrance. That's on the Piccadilly line. You can also go to Green Park, which is served by the Piccadilly line, the Victoria line, and also the Jubilee line as well. And that will also bring you in the bottom end, round by the Hilton Hotel on Park Lane. So you can get into Hyde Park without any problem. Transport is all over. Now, this is just one of those rides that we stood there and went, why? Just look at these people. They are literally throwing them up and down, round and round and backwards. But what I love is when they actually hold them upside down, and you can see all the women with the long hair and their hair's just sort of hanging down. And you ask yourself the question, why would you pay to put yourself through this? Although if you're a thrill seeker, you're probably thinking, get me on that quick. Now, certainly one thing you're not going to want to have beforehand or straight after is probably food or drink. But let's talk turkey, let's talk prices, just to give you an idea. It is quite an expensive time to go to here. So we got some burgers, we got some chips, we got some various other bits and pieces like that. A burger was about £9, fries were about £3 to £4, depending on where you were. You've got all different types of food, types of stuff there as well. So it is London prices, it is a captive audience, so you can't do much about it. But it's well worth coming, and also it's well worth coming to have a go on the different rides as well. So if you're thinking this is a budget thing, it definitely isn't. It's a special thing to do over Christmas, and it's really quite a treat. Although sitting in a roller coaster being thrown around these loops, I wouldn't classify as a treat. Well, not in my dictionary definition anyway. Now, you can get your tickets in advance for some of these items, as we've said to you earlier, but some of the bigger items like this and like the Ferris wheel, the queues are massive, so you need to keep an eye on those, and that will give you an idea of sort of your waiting times when you get there. Or alternatively, don't worry about those and go and do loads and loads of the other things which you can jump on straight away, and there's loads of those things that you can do as well. I must admit, I did like the look of this horror house with the roller coaster going through it. Again, under the question, why would you put yourself through this? Now, this tower is actually taller than the Ferris wheel we've shown you already, and you can see how tall that is. And they take them up there, and then they literally just drop the people down. Yeah. Now, when you get your tickets, they send you a nice email telling you that you can actually get their app as well, which will help you getting around the park when you're there. But they've actually split the area on their maps into big areas. Like you've got right in the centre the Magical Ice Kingdom. You've got the sort of Circus Megadome area. You've also got Santaland, and Santa is there till 6 p.m. every day. So if you fancy going to see him, you definitely need to go earlier for him. You've also got the areas, which is the ride zone, which we've shown you some of these, yes, like that one there. You've got the Bavarian Village, we've shown you already. You've also got the traditional fun fair as well, which has got the Helter Skelter in it. And then you've got the Angels Christmas Market and the ice rink. So you've got distinct areas within the whole of the Hyde Park Winter Wonderland. Really hope you're enjoying our video here from Hyde Park of Winter Wonderland this year. And if you are, do us a big favour, will you? Give us a big thumbs up so we can spread this video around YouTube to more people so they can love London. And if you're not a subscriber, why not join us? We've got so many videos still to come this Christmas of London in 2022 celebrating Christmas, so join us by subscribing. Now the speed of that is incredible, and I've got to show you it once again, but I can't play you the screams because there's music in the background. Yes, they were really screaming as they fell to earth. For me, this area with the Helter Skelter and the bumper cars was probably one of my favourite areas because it's more traditional fun fairs, as you probably remember them. And that big set of neon lights right at the end there that says please is another one of those fun houses. Now, as part of the whole of Winter Wonderland, but a separate section of it, you've got this, which is the Angels Christmas Market. Now, what's interesting here is it's its own bespoke area with huts, with food and various things that you can buy, and we're going to show you around some of those very shortly, some of which you'll recognise from huts that we've seen in other parts, and other bits which we hadn't seen before, so we filmed those especially to bring you as well. But also, I want to talk to you about accessibility, because actually, it's really easy to get around Hyde Park. Now, Hyde Park, as you probably can guess, being a park, is normally grassland, but they've covered the whole place in sort of big plastic tiles, so it's really easy to get round. Also takes into account the British weather as well, because you know as well as I do, it's going to absolutely tip it down, and once the grass gets wet, it'll be muddy and awful, so actually it makes it really easy. Now the tiles also make it easy if you've got a pushchair, a wheelchair or a scooter, so it makes it really easy for you to get round as well. The colours coming from this stall just sort of glowed and made it stick out. Beautiful. One of the things I do when I'm filming is try not to capture too many people in it, but when you do, they always go, hi! Oh yes, I'm looking directly at the camera. Anyway, right, I want you to see yourself on YouTube. Now, these always look effective. We've seen these in every Christmas market we've been to, the hanging mobiles, so we'll show you those again in just a couple of seconds. But as we sort of swoop round, you've got all different sorts of stalls, and we're going to bring those to you. There's no doubt that these absolutely catch your eye. Now, one of the things I hadn't seen in other places is these wooden statues. And yes, we've got a manger. And as you can see, all these wooden statues have been handcrafted. If you want to build your own Christmas village, you've got a whole load of different buildings here that you can buy to sort of put that together with Christmas trees as well. And nothing says you care like a Christmas present of socks. So why not have a sock stall? It's the I don't care Christmas present gift stall. I am actually only joking because I can imagine I'm going to get loads of pairs of socks and people are going to say, oh, I thought of you when I saw those. And here a stall with Turkish influence with the magic eye. And also very colourful bowls as well. And this was an extremely popular store with all of the crystals. Now, we didn't look at the pricing on it because we just didn't want to shock ourselves, because these are beautiful crystals and we know that they can be quite expensive. But just look at the various colours of stones that you can get. Now, one of the big attractions here at Winter Wonderland is their ice skating rink, and actually it's the UK's biggest outside ice skating rink that there is. And as you can tell, it needs to be pretty big, because just look at all of these crowds. Yes, there's loads of people on there. And by the way, if you're thinking, what's that? Is that Lidl the Supermarket? Yes, it's sponsored by Lidl the Supermarket. Is this video sponsored by Lidl the Supermarket? No, it's not. Which also means I don't need to mention that supermarket again. Now, like other things, you can book your place on here in advance. You need to be down here in advance to get your boots on and be ready to go. And I believe they're hour-long sessions, or actually 50 minutes, because they've got 10 minutes to get you off and get the next lot on. But as you can see, it's absolutely packed. So we've also found out when the best time to come to Winter Wonderland is. Now, if you're going to come down here with your family and you just want to take it in and you don't want all the crowds and you're not so worried about the lights, then anything from 10 o'clock in the morning, that's if you can get out the house that quick with the whole family in tow, which is not exactly likely. But anyway, the earlier you come down, the better it is and the less crowded it is. Now, also in different parts of the ground, you'll also find live music going on. And this particular part of the ground as well, you've got nice hot fires. So if you've got marshmallows, great place to cook. If you're getting cold, also a nice place to cook. And before anyone hits me with various comments, I was talking metaphorically as opposed to literally. For me, without doubt, the colourful stalls are the most eye-catching and actually draw me in really, really close. And I love this one, sort of a Christmas theme, but with all various things hanging down from them. And the one next door was even more attractive. Yes, it's chocolate. And I think, and I'm sure someone will correct me, these are marshmallows covered in chocolate, hence a chocolate kiss. If you don't want to miss anything from Christmas 2022 in London and all the things we're filming, then I've put a playlist for you up in the top right hand corner, which we'll keep adding to as we make more and more videos go live. And at the moment, we're doing a video every single day. So if you click on there, you'll find loads more videos on Christmas in London. I can't believe this is the 15th year that Hyde Park has had Winter Wonderland, which is absolutely incredible. And every year it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I promise you one thing, we're definitely coming back next year because we absolutely loved it. And just to give you an idea, after about 3.5 hours, we thought, right, do you know what? We've seen everything we want to do, turned around and then made our way home. So, I hope you've enjoyed our trip going to Winter Wonderland. What was your favourite part? Let us know in the comments down below. Jaden, what have you learned?
I've learned never to win anything. Wait. I've learned never to win anything because, yeah. But it's really cool, but we're struggling on the tube.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to our journey home with it. Absolutely.
It's got its own seatbelt.
It has, it's got its own seatbelt, it's got its own seat, and I think TfL have now charged us for an extra thing coming on. So look, I hope you've really enjoyed it. What can they watch next if they like the neon lights?
Well, if you love our neon lights, yes, watch over here the Kew Gardens video. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Superb. Brilliant. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.